Hey there, and happy Thursday, and welcome to card number 2 for KQ Block's virtual stamp party. I'm super excited about today's card because if anybody could fill in the blank, Belle is a sucker for, and fill in the blank. It always is like nature, trees, wildlife, things like that. And so today I'm going to show you the Grassy Grove bundle, and here it is. And it's just so fun because it comes together so quick and easy. This is one of those cards that you can go, that's it. Like, I made this card that easily, and people will get this card and go, oh my goodness, look at the card that she made or he made or whatever. Oh yay, Brenda can make it live. Hello there, Lois and Marie and Julie too. So yeah, so I love wildlife, so that's why I'm excited about it. And the other thing that I have to laugh about, does anybody else like savor things, like not even savor, like wait, like I felt like I loved this bundle so much that I waited to work with it because I just felt like I'd like be obsessed with it and take too much time after I opened it, that like you wouldn't see me for days because that's all I want to work with is this bundle. So call me crazy, but that's kind of how I feel about this. So let me just get my iPad here, and then I can also turn around my camera for you guys so then you can see the stamp set and bundle and everything too. Hi there, Lois. Hi, Diane. So here is the card, front and center, the Grassy Grove bundle. And I know that I am not the only one in love with this. This will be my first time demoing it for you guys, this bundle, but I know several of you have already ordered it. So I know that it's not just me that's crazy in love with this, because it was one of the things that people jumped on to order right away. So let me show you where this is coming from. And oops, my catalog was tucked underneath my cut and emboss machine. So from the mini catalog, it is on page 47 here, 47. And you can see the great cling stamp set here that's part of the bundle. And then the dies are here. And of course, if you buy the dies and the stamp set together, you get the 10% savings here. They always kind of Julie and I were talking the other day, they always kind of have the die separately off to the side, and I feel like I often overlook that. So if this is something that you might go, you know what, I just want the dies for this, I strongly recommend the stamp set just because I love the trees, and I think this will be really fun to use on some of this paper that I'm going to show you here too. The paper is so pretty. This is the New Horizons paper. It's a 6x6 pad here. So we have all of these like wildlife, nature scenes here. And because they are so fantastic, hi Connie, hi Jennifer, I want to show you what they look like. So like I said, 6x6, but like picture, you know, trying to incorporate this or some of those dies with these papers. It's just crazy fun. So the back sides are a little bit more like a color wash, but how fun to take some of the stamps here and just like create scenery from this beautiful paper here. And then that would be also fun to put, you know, inside here if you wanted like more of a spring or summer type scenery that way. So we've got that and like the teal, and I saw the most gorgeous card where they had stamped some deer out in here and made the card that way, had just a little sentiment, and then they put it through the embossing machine to kind of have it like a textured look to it. So maybe I'll bring that to you guys down the road, more of that. And this just looks like a fun kind of sunrise type picture there too. And with that kind of color wash background, somebody took and framed this in a white frame and just put a few words on there. And that was gorgeous. Like, this is going to be the one I'm going to have a tough time cutting up because I want to leave it 6x6 because I love every single inch of this design. And even this one's kind of fun in a color wash kind of way. And here's another one of those. It looks like the mist coming off a lake. If you ever get the chance to see something like that, it's pretty incredible. More color wash. And how fun is this with just like subtle sun? Looks kind of like another lake scene there. And how fun is this? So I actually am going to set this aside and show you what that might look like in today's frame too. And let's see. And then we've got the color wash. Oh, this one too. And let's see here. I'm kind of running out of papers. This one looks so quiet and serene. Love that. And then just some more colors there, but still you can see it kind of still has like that outline of scenery there. And actually this one, of all of them that I chose to show you today, to think like this is the one that I'm going to actually work with today probably blows your mind. Like, really? That's the one she chose? But it is kind of fun. And the other color of ink that I'm using to go with this, I just pulled off the back of the New Horizons packaging, and it says that it goes with Blackberry Bliss. So I went, okay, this is going to be good because this could be like a guy card for Kay's party. And with that, like this kind of, because some of this tone gets a little pink, I didn't want this to look too pink for a guy card. Like I could give this to my brothers and they'd probably think, oh great, looks like I just went hunting. I don't mean that to be dreadful, but kind of. but I'm just taking, you know, leftover scrap to stamp out the happy birthday in the Blackberry Bliss. Hi there, Amy. And so that's where that comes from for my ink choice there. All right, and so I also wanted to show you where the happy birthday comes from, and that's that special moments. So because it's celebration this month, if you spend $100 on ordering whatever you want, you can get this whole stamp set for free, and it's a really big stamp set with lots of different occasions. So the happy birthday is from that, and then I'll just kind of give you a sneak peek in the inside. I think You're Wonderful is also from that stamp set. Now this is from the bundle too that I'm going to use. And I also just want to flash back. I normally don't do this, but this paper here, the New Horizons that I just previewed for you, that is part of a different suite that has a lot of nature in it, and it's the On the Horizon bundle. So I don't want you guys to get confused thinking like it's part of something, but they just kind of just go together really well. There's a lot of mixes and matches in this mini catalog that you can kind of flip and go here, there, and everywhere with it and have it all coordinate. But yet I think that is what Stampin' Up! Does so well in general, is just coordination, and that's what drew me to them almost 3 decades ago, guys. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining in. So I'm going to kind of make this card a little bit more from scratch. Usually I have my cutting all done, but I thought, you know what? This one's really easy to cut. So I know I want this part of the card here to come from this area of my 6x6 piece. So with that, and I cut left-handed, guys, so bear with me. I want to cut this just a skosh shorter than, like a hash mark shorter than the 5 1/4, because my black area is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to cut that down so we have like this here as a scrap to work with, or stamp out the happy birthday. And then I still want this, so just a hash mark less than the 4 inches. Whoops, there too. I need to trim it, not score it. So this is where we're coming up with that there. Hopefully I did that the same way as I made my card, because I really like my card. Hi there, Joyce. Okay, so my color combination, once again, is a lot of black. I'm just gonna pull in here. Actually, want to kind of give you more of my camera angle here with Kay's name so people can see who my hostess is. So just lots of black, a little bit of Blackberry Bliss, this really stealing the show, and actually this is just going to be for the inside, so it's nice and white to write on. And now I'm going to do some die cutting, so let me just set that aside, and I'm going to pull this over and show you the dies. So these are the Grove dies. So I'm going to use kind of this canopy here of trees, and I'm going to use these 2 deer, which are specifically silhouette deer here. And then this deer is the one that cuts out the actual deer from the stamp set there. And then you can see the different trees. This actually cuts, at first I was like, does this does this go with like what I'm cutting out today and over the top of the trees? But it actually cuts out and lays over top of this one here. So if you want to have that kind of set up on your card, that's what this one is for. So just lots of nice other dies in the Grove dies set, even though I'm only using 3 of them. So let me put those 2 deer aside there. And this is cut, like I said, 4 by 5 1/4. And because I want to have my sentiment be at the bottom here, this is just going to cut out basically this middle here. And so I'm going to put it towards the top because it's not going to cut out the trees around here or cut off the bottom. So keep that in mind when you're using dies. Every once in a while, Stampin' Up! Will do that, and I always have to kind of think it through. Sometimes it throws me for a loop, but I'm getting used to it. But I wanted the bottom to have a little bit more of a border to have the sentiment to have room to be put there. Okay, so we have this like so, and as soon as this came out, whoops, I was like, oh, where's my friend Kathy, who loves to take her poking tool, my stamping friend Kathy, but yet it just really pokes out easy. Sometimes if there's a lot of poking, I will be like, you know what, I'm going to do an extra one of these and just have it set aside. But like I said, today's card really comes together quick, and I like to show you how the little sharp tool here is so nice for poking out the edges. Or extras, I should say. Oops, here's the only one. So now it's already done. And then the other thing that it's also good for is if you have little tiny pieces stuck in there still, then this is great for poking that out too. So I have that all ready to go. And then this little piece here is like perfect for the deer. So I'm just going to do that on there. Whoops, actually I'm going to turn around because there we go. I was like, why did it work so well before? And then I just have this extra little piece of black here for the little other deer. And here's my top pad. And then this is it for die cutting. So like I said, it just comes together so quick and easy. It is wonderful. Whoops. Kind of stuck to my cutting pad here a little bit. There, so we have I call it the mama deer and the baby deer, but it doesn't have to be. It can be 2 deer, because I feel like if I call it the mama deer, then all of a sudden it doesn't become a guy card, right? Okay, so we have these pieces here, and like I said, I just cut this just a tiny bit smaller so that it can just fit super tight inside this frame, but I know it's not going to be too slim to show any kind of white or anything that you would just want it covered. So that's why. Hi Carol, hi Kay, hi Rosina. So let me, to get the best taping, let me just get my adhesive all the way around these edges. So I kind of just do a little tapping on some of the areas because I don't want the adhesive to show through the holes there, but I want it to have a area that's gonna stick really well. So I put the adhesive on the back side of this, and thank you, Kay. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm using the side as my focal point, but I'm gonna lay it down because then it's easiest for me to see that tiny, I mean, there's not much of a border of black showing, but doing it that way, it's the easiest way to know that I've got it covered and it's not going to go over the edge. And then I can just take this and put more adhesive on here, and it's all done like that. And don't you just all of a sudden, please say wow with me. Like, wow, look how fast that comes together. It's almost like the card is done, just like that. And then I'm going to add these deer here with some dimensionals because I want them popped up. And this deer is so tiny. The legs are just kind of like spindly, but I was able to fit a couple mini dimensionals on that deer. And then one big dimensional on the larger deer plus a smaller one, and I couldn't even fit a mini dimensional on this head, and I still want that popped up. So I just took and just cut like a sliver of this dimensional. I hope that's not even too big right there. It might be. I might have to just trim that down just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't take much, that's for sure, just to put that in. And mostly it's just because of the shape. Like the mini dimensional is pretty small, but I just, when I did it the first time, I had some of it showing when I went to put around. And you know what? This is a great plug. This is how into not selling or pushing my selling to you guys. This would have been a great plug to use the black dimensionals, and I don't even have them at my fingertips, because I was going to say, once you know you have these white dimensionals that stick out, then it really sticks out behind the black. But if we had the black dimensionals, it would be great. So I'm going to obviously use those for the other cards that I make up for you guys. Oh, Julie says she's had her eye on both the paper and the stamp set, and now she just has to order. Yeah, it's that easy. And Kay says, yes, black dimensionals. Yeah, Kate, where were you when I was putting this card together? Come visit. Help me out. No. Oh, I have done that every once in a while when I'm making cards for you guys. Like all of a sudden, it's just like the light bulb goes on. Okay, so this just gets popped up. Just like that. How fun is that to just add into that space there? And then the sentiments that come with the card, for Kay's cards and for Kay herself as my hostess, like see the good that someone is me goes with sometimes you need to know that someone really cares, and even the thank you. I wanted this to be a little bit more useful. Those could always be great sentiments, but I feel like I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more versatile. So that's where I went with the happy birthday. And so I have this little extra strip here that I'd cut off of this paper. So I'm going to open up my Blackberry Bliss, which is that nice deep like plum card, which it's deep enough to not be a girly pink. And I'm just going to stamp out the happy birthday right like that. And then I can get out my trimmer again and just trim off that extra there. So we have that. I'm going to trim a little, just like 1/8 of an inch off the edge by the birthday too. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back side of this. Thank you, Marie. Can I be honest? I love this card too. And I knew I would. Like, even before I put it together, I just fell in love with this bundle and the catalog. Like, this is going to be so great. And now, oops, I have that little piece of dimensional in there. And this, I just feel like it's really easy to just cut by hand and just snip that. So I feel like this really makes that come together. And because it's kind of a longer, skinny piece here, it's like, well, how easy would it be then to just take a nice long strip of dimensionals and just put that right across here too. Oops. And go like this. And then we have that popped up pretty close to the bottom here, like so. And then it just ties in this with that paper. And the happy birthday set, or happy birthday, Kay, or excuse me, yeah, Kay just asked, that's from the celebration special moments. So happy birthday. And then I think you're wonderful right underneath. I kind of think the fonts match well, so that's why I'm going to use that. Yeah, and so Maria's like, yeah, this bundle and that paper is so gorgeous, and it does all the work of the card, which I love. Now for the inside, I'm going to go back to the trees, which are part of this Grassy Grove bundle, and I'm just going to ink up the 2 trees in Blackberry Bliss, and then also that sentiment from Special Moments that's free with celebration that says, I think you're wonderful. And like I said, look how fun the fonts match like that. That's great. What I love about these trees is, do you ever stamp out a stamp from Stampin' Up! And go, wow, look how detailed that is. I just love that you can see each minute little like branch there that comes off of that. So yeah, you're welcome, Kay. I know I try and say it at the beginning, but I had it right here at my fingertips so you could kind of see where that stamp came from. And I love when you guys ask questions, and I know I'm not just stamping by myself, that you guys are here. And that's just going to go in the inside here like so. There we go. So this is card number 2 for Kay Keelblock's virtual party. Yes. There we go. And there you have it. I love your guys' reactions there. Thanks so much. So let me just get my camera turned around. So yeah, I hope you agree that when you look at a card like that, you might go, oh my goodness, like I bet it took at least a half an hour or more to get that all together. And honestly, this is probably one of the quicker cards that I've done in quite a while, and probably love it just as much, if not more, than some of them that really take a long time too. So I try and always make special cards for my hostesses, and sometimes I try and go a little bit more in depth with my hostess cards versus my 10 Stamp Camp cards. But today's card, I was like, I wasn't expecting it to be that easy, but I wanted it to be extra special for Kay, so I was hoping that kind of fit the bill. So how you can get to the 3 cards that I make from Kay's party is just a minimum $25 order placed using our host code, or having me add it for you if you need help ordering. We'll get you the 3 cards for free as a thank you from her and I. So tomorrow's Friday, that'll be card number 3 and wrap up her demos, and then starting Monday and then for the next 10 days, then I will be demoing the 10 cards for February too that I do. Lois, I'm not surprised that you love this, because I know how much you love the wildlife that you have right out there in your backyard, and trees in general too. So, oh, thank you, Kay. So have a great night, guys, and see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.